to get rich in 2020. This video is about the shocking truths about how to make money in this modern age. So make sure you hit the like button right over there and stay to this video all the way end if you want to learn the shocking truths about how to get rich in 2020. Let's dive right into this video. Okay, so first and foremost, realize that pretty much all types of businesses will do. You know, today there's so many talks about this business and this business. Everyone's selling business courses on specific businesses that you have to do. There's everything from that you're hearing on the news about this is the way to get rich and this investment and this business and this digital thing. And it's easy to get analysis paralysis. The reality is most businesses will do. Now, there obviously are ones that are going to be a lot more suitable to your personality. There are going to be certain ones that are good based off of your existing experience and skill set. There's going to be certain things that are lower barriers to entry, cost less money, blah, blah, blah. Most businesses will do. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. And the problem with most people is they're bringing the same mindset they've been conditioned into their future goals. That mindset that they've been conditioned with is the idea that, look, it's $12 an hour and you can have me 8 hours a day. The problem with that is the income ceiling is so low, and a lot of times people realize that they need to consider going into business on their own to start to substantially grow their income. But the problem is all they're doing is moving from the employee quadrant to the self-employed quadrant. They used to be a massage therapist at Massage Envy for $35 an hour. Now they're in business for themselves at $50 an hour. It's the same thing. The income ceiling is only a $15 increase, and when you consider having to do all the paperwork, all the booking, all the legal stuff, that $15 raise probably cancels itself out. The problem is people are doing things that aren't scalable. And the title of this video is How to Get Rich in 2020, not how to make $2 more a year in 2020. The way to make significant jumps in income is you need to either be in sales, you need to be involved in profits, you need to be involved in something that has a higher income ceiling. There's room for substantial growth, even if it's not immediate. You need to be involved in the profits. You need to have some level of ownership perhaps, or you need to have an existing profitable skill that you can bring to the table for someone else. Steve Ballmer did that. He didn't think of his own ideas. Now he's a billionaire because he was good at sales. So there's a reason Steve Jobs only took a $1 salary when he came back to Apple after he quit. And it's not because he felt like working for $1. It was because the way that income is generated is not directly from hours worked, it's from performance. And so he got all the back end, incredible back end stock options and all these things that made him super wealthy. And you see that with a lot of CEOs today. They actually take less money up front in earned income because it's a higher tax rate, and because two, they know if they're involved in the back end, in the profits, and something that has more leverage or scalability, that long term they will probably make more money. So you can make money as a house cleaner, you can make money as a massage therapist, you can make money on the internet, you can do it in all these ways. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. You can work for $20 an hour cleaning houses, and you could pay all your bills and all that stuff, but you could probably make more money long term in less time if you did the same thing, but instead you either brought someone on that was good at marketing, online marketing, or you learned a high income skill, and you started advertising your business and you brought in more clients and customers, but instead of you doing all the work, you eventually brought other people on. Then you're instituting leverage and scalability. So long term, you're not working directly for money, and this allows more leverage so your income can grow more substantially in a shorter period of time, and you can earn more money. Your income ceiling will raise. So comment down below, raise my income ceiling. Comment that down below, raise my income ceiling. That's the very first step if you want to get rich in 2020. You're going to have to raise your income ceiling. Number 2, save as much money as you possibly can. What most people do is they say, I will save once I get more money. That's what I did for years and years and years and years and years. And every year I was in the same financial place, which was after I paid my taxes, I didn't have any money left really. And so if you don't save your money because you say, I don't make very much money, you're gonna be in the same spot next year. It's this ironic thing that money attracts more money to itself. If you can start to, instead of seeing yourself as someone that can't save money because you don't have any, if instead you tell money what you want it to do instead of money telling you what to do, most people let money tell them what to do. There's no money, so they don't save. But if you tell money what you want it to do, what happens is you tend to attract more money into your life. Now, in the most basic and simplistic terms, on a totally rational level, the reason that this is important is because if you're in a job that you don't foresee yourself being in 10 years from now, or you don't want to be in it 10 years from now, you need to start treating your job like an investor and start saving as much of that money as you can so that you have the nest egg, the cushion, and the resources to pursue other avenues, or eventually one day leave that job or invest money into an opportunity that might have a higher income ceiling potential. And what most people do is they quit a job they don't want to be at when they don't have any nest egg. Start treating your job like an investor and saving money. The ironic thing that's going to happen is when you save more money, even if you can't justify it in your income is going to grow because it forces a sense of urgency for you to bring more money into your life. Next, it's important to find out what your weaknesses are. Find out what your weaknesses are and leverage them. So the reality is, in today's world, most people want to be solopreneurs. They want to work by themselves. There's only a limit on how much you can earn that way. What you need to do is find out what your weakness is. My weaknesses are I'm not very good at marketing. I'm not very good at sales. I don't really like that stuff. I'm not very good at systems. I hire other people that are good at marketing, other people that are good at sales, other people that are good at implementing systems. And I focus on what I can do well, right? And when you start to do that, and you say, look, I got a buddy who's super good at online marketing. What if with this idea I have, what if he came on and I gave him 10% or 20% profits and he ran all the client and customer acquisitions with the online marketing? Oh, look, I have a friend that's really good at this. Maybe they'd be good at that. Oh, my friend has a great idea and I'm good at this. Whatever it is, when you start to do that, and you can negotiate it so you're not paying up front, like you can negotiate a profit share, a profit split at any number, whether it's 50-50 or whether it's 80-20, it doesn't really matter. But the point is, you're starting to balance out the yin and the yang, and you're starting to use leverage, because then at that position, you can leverage people that are good at other things instead of you trying to learn every single thing on your own, which is really only going to decrease the amount of productivity and income that you can generate. Next, put together a clear income and financial goal and plan. Literally write it out on a piece of paper. So a lot of people, they just assume that it probably won't work, so they don't even really make a goal anyway. They wish they had more money. They want to have more money. They hope that somehow magically they'll get it, but they never put it together as a plan. So what I invite you to do, if you've never done it in your life before, it's as easy as pulling out a piece of paper and writing at the top of the paper 2020 goals. And at the top of that paper, write out how much money you would like to earn. How much more money per month would you like to earn? And how much money per month would you like to save? Write it clearly on a piece of paper, and then reverse it and come up with what are the most realistic opportunities that you can pursue to increase your income. For starters, look at the lowest hanging fruit. Maybe you can negotiate with your manager or your boss to take a performance based profits where you're managing the team, or maybe you can move part-time to sales, or maybe there's a way that you can do a couple more things responsibility that brings you up an extra $3 or $4 or $5 an hour, or whatever it might be. Those are fantastic little things that might give you a 5 or 10% boost. Once you focus on your lowest hanging fruits, then look at the businesses or the income sources you want to be in the future. You're in two businesses, your present income, and it doesn't need to be that you're in business for yourself, but look at it that way. You might have a job, right? And you're getting paid on a paycheck every 2 weeks. Same thing. You have a present income source, which is your existing one. Then you have a secondary income source, which is the one that you are you're intending to build, would like to build, and you hope to be your income of the future. So once you square away on your present income sources, then in the meantime, in your extra time, then you focus on the business of the future or the income of the future. This is the business that employs scalability, leverage, softwares, technology, systems, or other people that allows you long-term to not directly trade your time for money. Or if you are trading your time for money, there's other people involved, so you still have a level of leverage. So if your back hurts, if you're sick, you can still get paid even if you're not directly doing every single hour of the work. So once you've written out your financial plans, clearly defined your goal financially, what is your reachable financial goal, and how much you want to save, don't start and stop. No more starting and stopping. This is the biggest problem that people have. They always start and stop things, right? They hear about this great new business, they start the business and they do it for 6 months and they don't get the results they want and they stop. They do it for 12 months, they don't get the results that they want and they stop. They start to save money, but they don't make very much money. So when they look at their savings account, they don't see very much money in it. So then they stop and they say, look, I'm not even saving very much anyways. It's not going to go very far. And look, it's harder for me to live, so I might as well spend it all while I have the time. You can't start and stop anymore. This is the one thing that is so important to not start and stop in, and that's why we're talking about finances. You need a sense of urgency. The Fed is killing the currency. There's more money printed every single day. Cost of living is rising dramatically. And there's probably also at the same time never been a better time in human history to get rich, to earn even $1,000 more a month, because we're so interconnected. There's so many more opportunities. There's such big marketplaces. And then we have the internet and systems and softwares to leverage all of our efforts to get the best ROIs back on our time and energy invested. But you can't start and stop anymore. The simplest way to combat this is the rule of 5. It was created by Jack Canfield, creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul. 5 things every day to move closer to your financial goals. So that means you pull out a piece of paper and you write at the top of the paper every day, rule of 5. Whatever it is, send that email, read that book on sales, read that book on budgeting, have those meetings, ask 3 new clients for their business, whatever it is, just 5 things to move you closer every single day. What most people do is they get fired up for a week and then they stop, and then for a week and then they stop, and then for a week and then they stop. The rule of 5 is a simple way to hold yourself accountable to progressing forward. And when you keep moving forward in 12 months, in 60 months, you start getting breaks and you start getting opportunities. You start getting good luck that most people don't get because they don't see things through long enough, especially when it comes to money. Most people have talked themselves out of greatness and talked themselves out of their goals so much that there's not even very much competition if you can be consistent over a long period of time. Next, consider finding a mentor. Consider finding someone that is successful at what you want to do and just ask them, hey, I know you're incredibly busy, but I was wondering if maybe for 20 minutes once a month, we could sit down at coffee or lunch and I could just ask you a few questions about financial success. I could ask you a few questions about sales. I could ask you a few questions about managing people. I could ask you a few questions about how to get your foot in the door or about marketing or how to be more productive or how to be more efficient with time. Try as best as you can to stop spending your time with people that are not going forward. Most people continue to stay in their old circle of influence, and your old circle of influence is going to keep you in the same old patterns. If you can find some people that are more successful than you, and even if it's only 20 minutes every couple months, what's going to happen is it's going to open your mind. It's going to expand your possibilities. And one idea they give you could be the idea that doubles your income. Next, watch how you talk about money. I used to say this, money's not that important. I used to say, money won't make you happy. I used to say, money's the root of all evil. I used to say, the rich people, the government, they have all the money. I used to say, I wish they would lower taxes. Other people say, I wish the Republicans would get in office. Other people say, I wish the Democrats would get in office. Other people say, I wish college was free. Other people say, I wish I didn't have all this. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Watch how you're talking about money. People with a lot of money don't say money isn't that important. They don't say money is the root of all evil. They don't say it's too hard to come by. They don't say I wish it was easier. They just say this is the way it is and I'm going to do it no matter what. Watch how you're talking about money, because money has ears and it hears when you call it. Last but not least, get obsessed with it. Get obsessed with hitting your financial goals. Get obsessed with money. It's not a bad thing to be obsessed with money, but you've got to remember, why do you want it? First of all, remember, money's never going to make you truly happy. There's nothing you can buy in your life that is going to make you truly happy. Money's only good for a couple things. It's good for comfort, right? It can buy you a really nice bed. It can buy you a nice house. Money's good for fun, right? You can go travel, you can have a fun car to drive, whatever else it is. You can go eat at nice restaurants, and then money's good to be generous with. I can employ my friends, my best friend's employed. I have another one of my best friends that I'm gonna go into another opportunity with. Money can make you be more generous, either giving it away or giving people opportunities. That's all money's gonna do. But then you look at the ins and outs of it. Money's going to give you an opportunity to put your kids through the right school. If you get focused right now, you could cut your work life by 20 or 30%. You could retire 10 years earlier if you're serious. You could be able to take your kids all around the world if you get serious. But you have to get serious. You have to get obsessed with it. You have to get obsessed with learning. You have to get obsessed with learning how to invest. You have to get obsessed with learning how to get better at sales, how to get 10% better, how to be more productive, how to get mentally tough, how to take responsibility for your life. And when you get obsessed with that, you're going to grow as a person. You're going to become more valuable to the marketplace. You're going to be more productive, and more money will follow. You have to realize this is a noble cause. A lot of people convince themselves that it's a necessary evil. Stop calling it a necessary evil. Think about what that's doing to you subconsciously. How do you get motivated for a necessary evil? What you really want to do with a necessary evil is do the minimum. And that's how most people live. They make the same amount as the year before, they grow about the same amount that they did the year before, and they convince themselves not that much change is possible. And I'm here to tell you that you can create more money in your life. You can be successful at your ideas. You can get better at sales. You can become the manager. You can be more valuable to your employees. You can help drive more profits. You can be good at what you do. It can make you a lot more money, and it can be fun, but you have to get obsessed. You have to take seriously. You can't just start and stop and say, I'm going to be a millionaire in 5 years. And then after 16 months, you're like, it's probably not going to happen, and you forget about it. So I like to end it with a quote that changed my life from Jack Canfield. He said, when someone says no, you say next. You might get told no a lot. Other people might say your idea is bad. You might pitch someone and they say no. You might ask for a raise and they say no. You might try to do this and someone says no. Some will say yes. Some will say no. So what? Someone's waiting. When someone says no, you say next. And if you can keep telling yourself that over and over and over again, and you can start moving from each failure or each hiccup with the same type of persistence, it doesn't mean you're happy about it. It just means that you're mentally calloused enough, you're tough enough to know that this is just all part of the journey. So comment down below when someone says no, you say next. Comment that down below. When someone says no, you say next. Comment that down below. When someone says no, you say next. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and you're watching I Love Prosperity, which is dedicated to ensure your financial independence in a changing world. If you can focus on increasing your income ceiling, if you can focus on high income skills, if you can focus on scalability, if you can change your income earning model. See, most people want more money, but they're in the same income earning model that's virtually impossible for them to have a significant financial increase, even if they work more. Most people's problem is not hard work. It's that they're on the wrong financial roadmap. They're on the wrong income earning roadmap. They need more leverage. They need more scalability, and perhaps they need to partner up with people. So, right there down below, you'll see the good old like button on the side. The like button's what sends us out into the YouTube universe so more people see it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification right over there. The bell notification is what notifies you for new videos, even if you're already subscribed. Just double check. Have you actually hit the bell notification? It's right over there on the side. And then right there down below is my free income increasing hypnosis. Most people, there's a million different businesses, a million different whats, but their mind isn't right, and that's their biggest problem. So I created a financial income increasing hypnosis to start brainwashing myself for it. It changed my life. On my other channel, over 700,000 people from all over the world have used it. It's free. Just listen to it for like 5 minutes as part of your morning routine when you're reviewing your goals. I hope you actually do all these steps. I hope you write out your goals on paper and you put it up on your wall. I hope you write out multiple sources of income and come up with the best opportunities to pursue. So right there down below is my income increasing hypnosis, pinned to the comments right there down below for free. And thank you for watching this video all the way through. I think this is the best time in human history to be alive. Take a deep breath in and out. Take another deep breath in and out. Life is good. Go out there, make it happen.